To recap, as we're making our rotation, I got lost on the way out, which is totally on me, and then confused my teammates, and there's a lot of changing of minds, which
I'll be careful, man.
Was, I think, on me. Had I not gotten lost, then I would have gone directly to this play here. And I think having our full team here, forcing this squad off the high ground and more cleanly taking the high ground would have been preferable. It doesn't wind up biting us in the bum at the end, because we still wind up on top of the building, but I think it would have been a little cleaner if this squad had their stuff a little bit more put together. Could have made it harder for us. Regardless, like a bunch of free shots here.
Back up if you need to.
Yeah. And then I make a really bad assumption here in a second.
45 on the flush of that Gibby.
So. His door. He's caught.
Right here.
Caustic in here.
Okay, so Lifty calls out there's a caustic in here, and so for some reason, in my head, the thing that goes through my brain is, oh, there's just one caustic left. Wouldn't it be funny to kill him with grenades? And I also made the assumption that he could not pass through this segment here. So there's like so many like brain farts together all at once for me. And so I throw both, not one, but both of my thermite grenades, not spent like unhelpfully, right? And as a result of really just like sloppy play here from me, I think cost us the win. Since I won't have a thermite grenade here for later. Like, see, like I see the caustic like running through the circle. This circle 6, ticks so hard. It hurts like so bad. Like you cannot be in this circle, right? And so like I see him run and he's eating like at least 2 to 3 ticks of that, right? So he's practically dead. And so I'm like sitting here and thinking it's like, oh, he's just on the rip, so he can just do whatever we want now, right? Game over.
He's gonna die.
I actually expected him to die. And then I can't find him there, like coming out of the circle, which was really surprising to me. And this is where I throw my second thermite. See the bank smoke over here? Lifty calls out that there's 2, and so I finally realize that there's 2 and back off of this guy, right?
Directly beneath me.
We see the Bangalore directly beneath us.
Right here.
And it's right here where I think my second misjudgment call comes in, right? So I take a quick peek here, right? Trying to be very careful about how much like I expose myself and trying to see like just where everyone is, right? So you see 3 enemies now, right? You saw the edge of the Pathfinder, the Bangalore, and the Caustic. So the error here, I think, gonna come in a second here, where Lifty is forced to back off to heal. I back off with him instead of holding that angle. And so we just surrendered all of that space. This squad is like very committed to this idea of like pushing through the inside of the building now, right? Because it's really their best shot. If they don't, they have to go back and around on the outside, which is extremely undesirable for them. So me stepping back here to heal instead of covering Lifty's heal costs us, and we give up a lot of space, and like, you know, like small in the grand scheme of things, I guess, but like considering like how little space there is to work with overall, winds up making a huge difference. And like just 2 seconds ago here, right here, thermite grenade would have actually been really destructive for this team. Analysis number 2, name of mistakes. Yeah, I might try that. I just like wanted to, yeah, that could be good. Right here. So like a thermite grenade right here at this doorway, or at this doorway, or like here on this piece of cover. Like any of those thermite grenades, like a huge wrench in the works for this enemy team. Would have been really difficult for them to fight in any sort of coordinated fashion. And so the wasting those thermite grenades, like we wouldn't even have to hit shots. It doesn't matter that our lifeline is on a completely different page standing upstairs, or standing above us here. A thermite here would have absolutely destroyed this squad. It would have been incredibly disruptive to their ability to fight back. We could have had all the healing that we wanted, and holding this angle would have been a piece of pie. And I feel like here is where we needed to make our hold. This was where the play needed to happen, because their options have been compressed down into such a small set of viable options that, you know, it's very predictable what they're going to do next, right? From here, we step back and give them space. I do something really dumb, which is heal on a single hit door kick. And so like this is just asking for them to door kick and shoot me together. And I'm very lucky that I don't die here, although I should have. We'll see it here in a second. Right here, and I turn away from them too. I like turn my back on the enemies. My 2 teammates get like arc starred because of it.
back.
And like now, like we're trying to like prevent them from walking through the door. They never even attempt to. I tried twice to drop these cells. It's like it's all just falling apart here. And this guy shows up behind, knocks our lifeline, worst of all, for free.
Bro.
And yeah, at that point it's all over. So, yep, that's a quick enumeration and recap of the errors that we've reviewed. And yeah, so a lot to learn from that. So I'm gonna switch gears here, and we're gonna start aim training real quick, unless there are any questions. And I mean, if there are questions, we can just talk about it during